Craft brews casual conversations is the tagline we use, and we're the only ones that use it. Let's face it. Let's be honest. Let's be upfront with ourselves. Nobody says, "Oh, you want to come over for a craft brew and have a casual talk?" No, but it's something that you do, and it's something that happens more than once a day across the globe, all over the place. Different galaxies, different environments, different worlds. It doesn't matter where you are. You can always sit down. Whether you enjoy a beer, whether you enjoy bourbon, whether you enjoy wine, soda, various varieties of water, it's all brewed up in some way, shape, or form. Brewed by a man named
God.
Brewed naturally by Mother Nature, or brewed by that hipster down the road named Uriah. It doesn't matter how you consume it. It just matters that you sit down every once in a while and you have the ability to speak, whether it be silently, whether it be through sign language, or through language, or maybe just touch, as long as it's consensual and legal. And then you look over to your right or left and you see a tasty beverage. And you say, wow, look at us. We're living. And that's really what that means. This is Dudes with Brews on the Porch.
Cue it up.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with Brews on a Porch with Rob and Drew.
Here we are. Robert, how are you?
Drew? I'm good. How are you, Drew?
I am wonderful. I'm fine. Splendid. Ready to dive into a beer. And once again,
Feel roller coaster.
yeah, I know.
Wonderful, down to fine, then back up to splendid.
Once again, we are on the same wavelength, Rob, because we're both having an IPA today. I am having Door County Brewing Company's Vacationland, which is just your plain Jane American IPA, baby. Vacationland is an IPA that is as distinctive and delightful as our home, Door County. Brewed with oats and wheat, then generously hopped with Centennial and Azaka to create an in-your-face aroma and flavor, finishes with a minimal bitterness and a creamy mouthfeel, and is sure to be your new favorite form from their lineup. It is 6.2 ABV. Doesn't say anything for the IBUs, but Door County, it's a nice peninsula, if you will, surrounded by water on three sides. That's what a peninsula is. It's known as the Cape Cod of the Midwest. Been a destination since National Geographic introduced the world to its unique and charming beauty in the 1960s. Only the 1960s, huh? That's kind of wild. It's that's what it is. I enjoy Door County. It's a lovely place. Haven't been there in quite some time. I haven't been there. Well, I was there like 2-ish years ago, so it's been a minute. But I like that place, and yeah. Look at it. Today was a good day, a good summer-like day. Not too hot, not too cold, a little overcast. Weather was perfect. Good day for grilling. And look at this bad boy. Clear, golden IPA. It hits you with that aroma. It's strong, and it's familiar, yet it's missed, because I haven't gone back to my roots, Rob, in quite some time. I haven't gone back to the IPA, the almighty IPA that we've worshipped over and over again. It's been so long. Let's taste it.
It's true. Yeah, it has been a while since you've done the IPAs. I didn't even think about that, really.
It's got the
You've been on the porters and on the barrel aged stouts, right?
Yeah, I've had those. I might have had an IPA from here a time or two. I just can't really remember. But I don't even know what I drank. Oh, last week I don't even know. Oh, I had bourbon, and then
It's bourbon.
Yeah. So it's good. It's bitter. Definitely light on the mouthfeel. got your basic stuff. It is what it is. Nothing fancy.
Does it welcome you back into the IPA fold with open arms?
Yeah, absolutely. It's holding me with its hoppiness and its warmth and creamy, delicious goodness. So that is what
I
I'm.
think you're supposed to refrigerate it, but
Yeah, I got it out of the fridge, but
oh, okay.
So you are drinking from Around the Horn Brewing Company. Put a little beer in my coconut water.
Yeah.
Look
This
at
is
that.
The looks like a hazy. It's actually a New England IPA.
A New England or a hazy IPA. Yep.
Oh, is it okay? Are they the same?
It's a New England style hazy IPA. Yeah, with coconut
Oh,
and
see,
lactose.
I can't find a lot of stuff on here, and I left the can in the other room, so I don't know what it says on there. 6.5 on the ABV. Do you have anything? Because I literally am looking at, I found something in German. Otherwise I can grab the can.
No, you're good. It's a New England style hazy IPA with coconut and lactose. So it's going to have a little creaminess to it with the lactose in it. Coconut can be a dangerous game because it can be sometimes a little too overpowering or too artificial. 0 on the IBUs. So we're both drinking an IPA.
I can tell you that when
zero.
I bought this beer, when I just bought this beer, I asked the tender at the place because I was at Hop Merchants and I bought 3 beers. I bought this one. I bought Frozen in Carbonite, which is a Han Solo themed sticker label, and then I bought a Smog City hazy for Shonda. Now she's been name dropped again, just to get that out of the way.
I don't think you said her name last week.
You made me say it at the end of the episode, if I remember correctly.
That was a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if maybe it was. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe not.
But she still exists. She's still a recent purchase of some T-shirts was made, and I have a sneaking suspicion that I know who it was.
Yep. Yeah, you do. I only know the one that she got. I don't know the other one. So I'll let that be a surprise.
I know what it is.
Anyway, the guy told me, so Around the Horn is outside of Yosemite. They don't distribute to Southern California. So the only reason that I was even able to get this beer is because the owner is from Burbank.
Hell yeah.
And when he comes into town to see his parents or whatever, he brings just some single sell-offs that he sells exclusively to Hop Merchant, maybe one other place. But so this is not a beer that is readily available. And he said, if you're not gung-ho about coconut, maybe think twice. And I said, you know what? I'm not gung-ho about coconut, but I'm going to jump in feet first.
All right.
So here we go.
Give it a sit.
Smells good.
Yeah, I mean,
It doesn't smell like coconut, though.
It usually smells good. I've had plenty of coconut beers that are good, but sometimes it's just too artificial for me.
It's kind of bitter right on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And then the coconut flavor comes in, and as coconut flavor does, it hangs around on the back. Definitely has a creamy feel to it, but it's got also a refreshing, fizz to it up front too. I don't know if I would call it bitterness. I would call it almost like a fizzy mouthfeel that then leads way to the coconut goodness. Mm-hmm. I like it. Sweet,
good,
and refreshing.
I like lactose beers for the most part because it just gives that, it's like the Wisconsin custard. It gives that a little more creaminess to it. A little, it's just maybe I'm just it's a familiar feeling, if you will, or familiar taste. But I do like the lactose. Sometimes it can make the beers a little like sour when they're not supposed to be sour. But you gotta drink those relatively quickly, I think, for the most part. But yeah, good. Glad you like it. Glad you enjoy it. I wasn't sure that we would be able to record this week because my wife had a big surgery on Friday. I sat in a waiting room from 8 in the morning till about 4 in the afternoon, and it was really boring. But my wife had a big surgery. She's doing okay though, and she's taking care of the little tyke for now. She's not lifting him up, but she's just hanging by him. So I'm glad we were able to do this. And
just like emergency surgery, or was it elective for a specific procedure? Like you don't have to tell what happened or whatever. But
it was planned, but it was because of a medical situation. It wasn't an emergency per se, but it was. Then we have to deal with this situation. We got to get it taken care of, and that was
But you knew going in. It wasn't like Friday morning you woke up to screams of agony and you had to rush her to a hospital. And
correct.
Okay, well that makes me feel better for you.
Yeah. She had a hysterectomy.
You know? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But so then it makes me like a year ago I got a vasectomy. So it's like, damn. Now we're both like we're both damaged goods. We are.
Did she make you watch the kid after yours?
No.
I'm just curious.
She is for how like wimpy she can be. She's really taking this like a champ. Like she's doing well. Same thing with like she had a C-section and she was walking around the next day. She's doing pretty good. She bounces back pretty quick from big incisions going into her body and having something removed. She does well with it.
Women are built that way. They're built for it,
Yeah, and then when I got
that's a compliment too, by the way.
Yeah, I understand. But when I got like the numbing shot in my scrotum, I jumped because it hurt. And then
I shoot you twice.
And then that caused 75% of that whole area to bruise. So I literally had proverbial blue balls for quite some time, and that was awful. So
yeah, I think that comes through on the episodes we did during that time.
Yeah, it might have.
Hear it in your voice.
Yeah. But yeah, so a few days removed from that, we on Saturday I drove 3 hours to a lake to go see our friend Adam, who I haven't seen in 2 years.
Was that good?
Yeah, it was good. We hung out, and then on yesterday saw some other friends. So she's gotten a break. She's gotten a good restful weekend in, and all that good stuff. But I saw your brother on Thursday. Okay, so we went to this fundraiser for a local organization that you were formerly a part of.
I saw this post about this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to talk about this because I think Trevor might possibly be the greatest husband to ever walk the earth. I think he is.
Let's not put that on recording. Can we bleep that out? He doesn't need that in his head. He doesn't need to ever hear about that.
I think he was made to be a husband, and he really I don't know. He really won the night, I think, because he was running late. An emergency work situation happened. Okay, we get that. He had to go a long haul to a work spot and then take care of business. So his lovely wife met us out at the fundraiser. We're going around and like part of the evening was all these local businesses made a different cocktail, and we had to vote for our favorite. So Carissa couldn't indulge, unfortunately, because it was the day before her surgery. So me and Catherine are putting them down, right? And then they're selling these things called boxes of rocks, and it was a promotional fundraising thing where you pay $25.
The heck of a racket. Let's get them drunk on experimental cocktails, and then we sell them rocks.
Well, what it was is you bought like this box, right? And then in it was either a magnet or a rock, or it would have been you won a $4,000 tennis bracelet. One person won that. Okay. So it's a cool thing. We're eating dinner. Trevor's still not there. And then Catherine texts him, goes, "Hey, on your way in, get a box of rocks, to whatever." And then he's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Oh, you'll see it. Just, come in, or boxes of rocks are there." And then Trevor walks in, right? And he's got one of those United States Postal Service boxes. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yes, the pre-made boxes that if you fill, not the band, the Postal Service,
right?
But an actual USPS cardboard pre-made box.
I don't think many people were confused about the service.
That's right, where my head went though.
Versus the band. But he walks in and he's carrying this large postal service box, and I was like, "What the hell has he got?" And he's like, I look in it and it's full of rocks. He literally found a box in his car and put rocks from the landscaping outside into it and brought it to Catherine because he's like, you told me to bring you a box of rocks. So what did you need this for? And it was amazing. And I was like, Trevor, don't ever change, because that just shows like you are.
Don't ever change, but best husband on the planet.
Hey, if my wife texted me, hey, bring me a box of get a box of rocks, I'd be like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, and I would have done nothing about it, and then I would have walked in and then be like,
well, from your perspective, I suppose, yeah.
And then
Trevor's great, yeah, but he just doesn't need any more. He doesn't need that going to his head.
What would you do?
I feel like I'm a bad brother because I have yet to really. Ryan called me the other day, and he's a new father.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor is a new husband, and I didn't go out of my way to check in on either of them and just say, "Hey, how's it going with having a kid now, and how's it going with having a wife now?" I thought about it a lot, never did it.
Wow.
You know?
Is it
if
weird?
It's the thought that counts, then I'm a hell of a brother. But if it's the action that counts, I'm a piece of shit.
Is it and I don't mean this in a negative way, but is it how do you feel that so all your brothers now either are or have been married?
Yeah.
You need one more brother, which I'm sure will happen to have a child. How does that make you feel? Does it put pressure on you to make you think like this is what I should be doing, or is it I'm on my own path and I'm living the right life that I should be living?
Well, I mean, I look at it this way: if my siblings' marriages and having kids was a bingo card for my parents,
Mm-hmm.
I get to be the free space.
All right, fair enough.
I don't have to do anything; they just get a free spot with me, and I'm very well fine with that. I've been telling them that for over a decade.
Yeah.
Don't expect these things out of me.
I think you'll get married one day.
Things change vastly and quickly, and they have, over the last year. So I'm not counting those things out. But yeah, in reality, no, in my head, it's not a big deal to me.
Do you think if I start saying like talking about engagement rings, your phone is listening, and then all of a sudden you're going to start seeing?
Yeah, I'm going to turn it off, actually. Putting it under the pillows here.
Yeah.
I don't need those kind of ads.
I want to be a part of your wedding. I want to be in the Rob wedding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hubby, how can we phrase you? Like what rendition of Rob would be after the nuptials? It'd be like Hubby Bobby, Bubby Hobby. I don't know.
God no. No.
Oh, I don't know.
That's something I'll have to figure out on the day of, I guess.
Yeah.
But either way, we'll move on from that subject. I don't feel pressure to do anything. If Ryan and Trevor are listening, I hope you are both doing well in your newfound happiness. And I will call more to check in on that.
No, you won't. Don't lie.
Most I can do.
But anyways, so I've changing subjects. I've gotten in my head a little bit about the thing that tends to get me out of my head. Running, Rob. I've gotten in my head about running because somebody I know, I don't know them well, but I know them enough, collapsed while running. Collapsed. Their heart stopped. Fell to the ground during a run. A kind pedestrian saw this happen, called 911, and people got there on time to restart this dude's heart, in which he is a fit dude. He's older than me by maybe 20 years, but went down. Heart stopped. Pulse was no more at one point in time. He has now been revived, right? So that got in my head a little bit. So now I've been researching all this stuff about heart rate, running. And then I hear all this stuff about, oh, you got to run in the zone 2 heart rate. Oh, this is how you calculate your heart rate. Start with 222 or 220, subtract your age, and that's your max heart rate. You don't want to hit that max heart rate because that's when you die.
I thought when you hit your minimum heart rate of 0 is when you die.
Right. But so I'm doing this math, right? And I found this zone 2 that everybody talks about is when you're at I don't know, like between.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Everybody's not talking about zone 2 heart rates. Everybody, when you Google what my running heart rate should be or whatever, then you're in it. You've been running for how many years? Have you ever heard of zone 2 heart rate before this?
No.
Then not everybody's talking about it.
You're wrong.
It's like
a lot of people are talking about it. It's I see it all the time on Instagram.
People talking about it, but you're going. Do you know what stress-induced death is? Because I think that's what you're going to do to yourself.
But anyways, so I'm doing that, right? I'm like, all right. So if I want to stick to the zone 2 heart rate, I got to do this and this and this. So then I tried it. I tried it yesterday. The zone 2 heart rate run. And I got to tell you, it's really slow. It's really slow. And I was like, I hate this. I'm essentially like speed walking right now, and I don't like it. And my heart rate was still like going up. And I was like, what the fuck? So then, I'm doing more research on it. And then I was just like, I kind of had that thought process. I've been doing this for a while. I've not consistently. I've never like consistently ran for longer than a year. I've taken breaks, but I've ran 8 half marathons in my life. I just ran 9 miles not that long ago, and I go like, I go with how I feel. If I'm feeling exhausted or anything like that, I slow down, I make sure I try to stay as hydrated as possible. So I set up a plan on my running app, and now I'm like looking at what it says. So like today or yesterday, what it should have been an easy run. Well, it wasn't an easy run because it was like just speed walking because I was trying to do the zone 2 bullshit. And then today was intervals. My heart rate during the intervals was good. My average heart rate was 134. That's not bad. That's in the zone 2 ish. But yeah. So I'm for now on my running plan that I have, I'm just going to see what it says. If it says easy, I'm going to take it easy, going to take it slower. But like today, during the intervals, so intervals are your run. I ran for a minute at my 5K pace, which is a little faster. And then I stopped for a minute. And then I went for a minute. I did that 8 times, or 9 times technically. And then I did a warm-up run before that for like 5 minutes, and then a little post interval, cool down. So now I have a plan, and I've decided, because I'm advancing and evolving as a person, don't worry about the heart rate stuff. If you feel like you're gonna, if your chest is hurting, well, you probably should stop. I'm still gonna wear my watch that measures my heart rate and look at it as data, but I'm not gonna like, because like yesterday I kept looking at it. I was like, oh, that's all I was doing, and like it turned it into.
You're overstressing yourself on useless. I mean, it's not useless, but your body will tell you.
Yeah,
it'll tell you if you got to slow her down and all that. Speaking of running, and just did you watch any of these Olympic games that they got going on? Did you hear about this?
About which one?
The Olympics.
Yeah, and it's insane. Okay, and we don't like to we don't get political often on the show, right? But I'm gonna say this.
Oh, I love it when you do, though. Please don't filter yourself. Let it out.
You have all these people sitting on your couch, sitting on your easy lazy boy, easy chair, whatever you want to call it. There's a good chance you're not in shape. There's a good chance you're overweight, you're balding, and you're just not in peak physical condition, and that's fine. You're not in the Olympics, nor will you ever be in the Olympics. So why the fuck are you saying that person's got a penis? That person's got a vagina. Are you like looking at all these pole vaulters that are going over it and you're like checking, oh, is there a bulge there? What are you doing? What does it matter? What does it matter? It doesn't.
Has there been controversy on this?
I
know somebody missed the high jump or the pole vault because of his He knocked it off with his ball sack. He knocked the pole off with the ball sack. I
He
saw
did.
that.
He did. That's not the controversy.
But he was definitely in the men's division.
There's a
No, I did hear about this one thing that you're probably talking about.
the boxer.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were really gonna get political about the speed at which people run for some reason.
Oh no.
This gender thing, I don't want to touch that with a 10.
No,
I'll talk about anything, but this.
Well,
this
I'm just
thing
saying, in the situation that everyone's all in a hubbub about, they know nothing about it. They know nothing about it, and it really shows. Like, people are just blasting like any news article that fits their pre-fucking constructed ideal.
Yeah, they take the headline that fits their already scripted brain cells, and they yell about that. Yeah.
And they don't look for the information, and it's like, why does it matter? If you are really outraged by it, one, don't watch the fucking Olympics, or two, get on the board, get on the Olympic team, get on something, and you try to make the difference, dickwad. Otherwise, sit down and shut the hell up, drink your beer, and watch these athletes do what they got to do to try to bring home a gold and be in awe of it, because you'll never achieve that. I'll never achieve that. So it's just like, shut up. I don't know. It's just so fucking annoying.
I got you. All right.
And
All right. Here's the next Olympics question, because I'm interested. I've been talking Olympics with some people. I've watched some swimming. I've watched some. I did watch the golf when I could. I was watching the gymnastics, the skateboarding, obviously. But it begs the question for are you a summer or a winter Olympics type guy?
I watched more of the Summer Olympics that I ever have this year, just because I've had the time. I'm going to watch the men's basketball game quarterfinal tomorrow if they air it. I do have a bone to pick, because it's like they always pick, no matter what, swimming or gymnastics is going to be on. And then you have to, and then they pick all the other stuff.
They bury the ping pong. I mean, it's impossible to find this stuff.
You have to have a Peacock subscription to be able to pick what you want to watch, which is annoying. And the thing of it is, swimming, not so much, but gymnastics, I like gymnastics, but it's, I think I lean more towards sports that has a definite winner and a definite loser. It comes down, so basketball.
Like a race.
Whoever finishes first, second, third, that's
based on technique and judging.
Right.
And things
so
like
when you have those third parties, those judges, I still am impressed by these people athleticism, their athletic ability. Call me Porky Pig over here. But like
they're athletic. Yeah, that's the way they do athletes.
Right.
Wait.
But like Simone Biles, great athlete, but did she already, are the judges already like, she's already amazing? So do they have this idea?
I actually did think about that, because I just watched her final floor routine and the balance beam.
I'm not knocking her. I'm not knocking her by any means. She's amazing.
I know.
I love her.
Yeah,
I love her.
She's doing stuff that's 10 times harder than anything anybody else is doing.
Right.
But I did think about that, where it's like, okay, do you take points off when she makes a mistake because she's supposed to be at such a higher level, or do you not take them off because what she's doing is so much harder than what everybody else is doing? And how do the judges come to square with that? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't want to be a judge in these things, diving and whatever. I think I'm kind of with you. I like watching the beam and the uneven bars and stuff, but to be honest, I'm rooting for anybody who's competing at that moment to do their routine the way that they want to, because It's like, that's insane to me. And it's like, everybody's been trying to get to the Olympics their whole life. This is their dream come. Just don't fall. I want everybody to do their routine as perfect as they can, and then let the judges take it from there, and that's fine. But I don't want somebody to lose based on the fact that they slipped off the beam or something like that. I think I'm more of a Winter Olympics kind of guy, though, just because I like figure skating, and I like curling, and I like snowboarding. It's fun to watch too. So.
Yeah, and I feel like you get more exposure to the sports that are going on in the winter than you do summer. But Yeah.
Well, I feel like a sport like curling, like that's one I can watch and go like, you know what, I think I could do it. If you gave me the material and a little bit of time, I could figure out curling. Balance beam, no way. There's just no way. It's never gonna happen for me that way. And I'm okay with that. But
yeah.
it's like watching bowling. I love watching bowling too. And then you go bowling and you go like, I can get a strike. If I can get one, that means that I can get 10 in a row. Or what would it be? 12? I think 12 makes a perfect game.
Yeah, I believe you're right. 12. Good job.
So, yep.
So,
speaking of bowling, did you see those socks?
Yeah, your Big Lebowski socks?
Yeah.
Where'd you get those?
Sean bought those for me at City Walk.
At City Walk, huh? So you are at the point where you're buying each other socks. You're buying undergarments. Socks.
She's buying me underwear. I have not done that for her.
That's fine. And I think it's kind of creepy when a dude does it. But to be honest, but you're now is she there? Can she hear me?
She is. That's why I said that louder, because she's gonna be mad that I said it like that.
Oh.
Underwear is not socks, some people, but technically socks are absolutely underwear.
They're right next to the underwear in the aisle, so that's like it's theoretically. Yeah. I'm just saying, man. Things are looking pretty serious.
I mean, Big Lebowski socks, yeah, we might be next level.
Right. I can honestly say I don't know that Carissa's ever bought me a pair of socks. I don't think she has. Am I in love or not? I don't know. I
think you got to start seriously questioning these things.
My marriage is a sham. Wow. Before this episode aired, she told me how like a hysterectomy works, and I really had no idea how they did it. I asked, I was like, well, how does this work? And then she's like, oh, this is how they do it, and it is truly disgusting and horrifying. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. I can't even. You describing it to me is really grossing me out. Horrific.
Yeah, you seem a little traumatized.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's really what's gone on in my life as of late. The training plan I'm doing, Rob, is if I stick to it, and I'm gonna need your help with this. I need you to hold me accountable. By December 9th ish, I should be running a full marathon.
Okay.
26.
December 9th. That's coming up quick.
18 weeks from now.
Okay.
So that's
did I tell you, not that this has to do with weight or anything like that, but I tell you I showed somebody your picture that listens to the podcast, possibly Francisco, possibly Jack.
Mm-hmm.
The response was, I thought Drew was fat. Did I tell you about this?
Yeah, I think it was Francisco that said that.
Yeah, he goes, oh yeah. I thought I was expecting this guy to be fat the way that he talks.
Well,
yeah, people, you're not fat. You need to understand. I'm just telling you. If you need to run a marathon to prove it to yourself, that's fine.
Well, maybe that's what. That's how it works. You set the bar low, so then when people see you in real life, they're like, wait a minute, you're not that bad. I've been doing my whole life.
I mean, that's a great strategy. That's a winning strategy. It's worked for me my whole life.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you go into a job interview and you just say, yeah, there's a good chance I'll fail miserably. And then they hire you for whatever.
It's lefty tighty, right?
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then, and then you fake it till you make it. And then they're like, I thought you were going to be really bad at this. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah. I surprise myself sometimes.
That's what you got to do. So.
But anyway, so there's that. And then I wore I want to drink X-Files themed Dudes with Brews on a Porch t-shirt with my new Porch Pint Society hat out to brunch. And I walked into the restaurant and legitimately was maybe when we got out to the patio, and I was like 6 steps out the door to the patio towards the table that we're going to, and a guy walks past and he goes, "Oh, I love that shirt."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you-
so I'll tell you this. I'm not. Yeah, this is call it a promotion, call it whatever you want. I'm wearing my Strange Brew one right now. I got the charcoal. I like the charcoal colors. They look a little faded on purpose.
Yeah.
These are man. These things are soft. They're nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very good.
Did
And
you?
the hats are awesome. I'm not. They're not. I didn't get the trucker hat. I got the whatever baseball cap
Yeah.
hat. This
Nice.
is. And the stitching on it's good, man. I really like this. It's perfect fit.
Good. Good. I wore the classic logo I have the baseball tee of it, and I wore that to a baseball game. And somebody looked at it and goes, "Dudes with brews on a porch. I like that." Somebody said that to me, and I was just like, "Yeah, me too."
Yeah, it's also I showed Rob Weldon, a fan of a friend of the show, a friend of mine, the Milwaukee Brewer, the brewer from Milwaukee. We'll call it that because I don't think we're allowed to call it the Milwaukee Brewer logo. It's the brewer from Milwaukee logo.
Yeah.
And he was like, "It's perfect. That's genius."
Yeah.
As it is, because we are not infringing on anybody's
It
logos.
It says brewer. It doesn't say brewers. No.
The brewer from Milwaukee.
Nor does it say anywhere Milwaukee Brewers. It says Porch Bite Society. It's got a picture of the brewer guy with a baseball behind it, and then underneath it says Milwaukee. They're all different things. The colors might be a little similar, might be a little in line with other, but you can't sue anybody for colors. That's not my fault.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So, yeah, new merchandise
Anyway,
is
so
up for
you're
grabs.
killing it on the logo game, and T Public has been. I've liked everything I've gotten from them. I really have. I like that we use them.
Yeah, absolutely. They're awesome. So it's been good. It's been, a good time. I'm my summer's dwindling down next week, Monday and everything. I got some full days of work ahead of me. So we're getting to the end of summer and I'm all for it, Rob. I'm sick. I am so sick and tired of the societal pressure to enjoy summer. I'm done with it. Summer sucks. If I could adjust like summer break to be more of a fall break, that's when living is happening. That's when it occurs because, you don't get too many like perfect days outside during the summer where it's no humidity. You got a good enough heat, a good enough temperature where you can go enjoy yourself. And I'm tired of it. People are like, "Oh, you can go outside all the time." It's like, yeah, I don't want to though. I walk down the block and I'm drenched in sweat. You think I want to do that? You think I want to live this life all the time? And I think parents out there, I think citizens out there need to stop their peer pressuring, and they're just like.
I think if we actually started talking about it like it is, where it's like summer's the time to do things because the sun is out later.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not any more or less uncomfortable than the winter. I mean, even here, it was 101 degrees here today.
Ugh.
I didn't go outside. Except for to go get these beers. And it's been humid out here. And honestly, it's just hot wind.
Yeah.
People want to say that LA is, Southern California is this beautiful climate. It's like, let's even say the rains don't come in the fall, or in the winter, like they have for the last couple of years. Let's say that that's going to be the good time to be out here when it's like 65 to 75 degrees. And it's not humid. Okay, that's good for 6 months. But you still get these heat waves out here, and it's just literally like hot wind.
Yeah.
Hits you in the face and body, and it is not. I mean, I don't know. I've been in -20, and I've been in 110, and they are both equally disgusting.
Yeah.
But at least in -20, you can't smell trash. Like.
Right. Yeah, it's just not enjoyable. It's been fine lately because there's been a little bit of overcast, and I do enjoy that, and I'm happy about that. I'm also ready for football season to kick off. How do you feel about this? So Bill Belichick, arguably one of the best NFL coaches of all time, right? You can't dismiss the guy. He's been in a Super Bowl 10 times. He's won 6 of them. 60% success rate when in the Super Bowl. He's dating like a 22-year-old. He's 71. That's disgusting. It's gross.
Well, I mean, I think he's just having a midlife crisis, and he's actually going to live to be 142. And then it makes it all seem like, all right, it's just a fling. To me, I don't say shame on Bill Belichick. I say shame on the 21-year-old who's obviously using him for his money. He can't be that great of a guy. He's not out hitting the clubs until 2 in the morning or 4 in the morning.
Right. He's got to take his joint medication, by 8 p.m.
She's getting home. He's getting up to eat his oatmeal, and
yeah,
she wakes up at 4 in the afternoon. He's about to have dinner. I don't see that working out for super long, but
no,
I don't fault either one of them. We're all humans. We're all just monkeys trying to figure it out. And he's the monkey with the dough. Women like that, the dough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
not to judge. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. What's the age gap between you and Shonda?
3 years.
Okay, that's not bad. That's normal.
Yeah, no, I'm well within and she's older, so I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah. One day I'd like to hear her story, and I think we should record it and get it on the show. Just the origins of Shonda.
You want it from her?
Yeah.
I'll start softening the shield, the armor that she has up, and maybe in 10 years we can get her on to talk about it.
10 years? You think that we got another 10 years in us?
Oh yeah. Come on. We're not even at our midlife crisis in this show yet.
Do you think you've had a quarter life crisis?
No, I think I was too high to have a quarter life crisis.
Fair.
Back then.
Could that have been your quarter life crisis? I mean, you were in a crisis of sorts.
That would mean that my quarter life crisis lasted half my life. From 17 to 33 was my quarter life crisis.
Was that long?
I had to really, like, in terms of abusing drug use, from 17 to 33.
Damn, man.
Maybe 32. 33 is when I came out of rehab, and 32 is when I was taking it real seriously and all that. So, but I still consider being in a medicated rehab, using something to get through the day.
Yeah.
So that's still an abuse in my opinion. But not everybody would agree with that. Doctors wouldn't agree with that. My doctor certainly didn't agree with that.
Yeah.
But you got to think the way you need to think to get through the forest, I guess, to see that, whatever.
Yeah.
You're looking
healthy. You're looking healthy.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Your skin's very, very clear, very clean.
They don't put a lot in there, but the orange juice they put in my Sunday mimosas really helped the skin, I think.
You think so? Do you think the California sun has helped your skin?
Maybe. I mean, I still have the occasional issues, but
like what?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm like I still get the breakouts and things like that, especially when it's super hot and I'm sweating and work. It's like you still have that, but I haven't turned into a catcher's mitt yet. I'm not going the way of Robert Redford and Brad Pitt yet.
Brad Pitt, catcher's mitt.
Oh yeah, it's Brad. I think Brad Pitt's kind of Robert Redford out. He's getting a little leathery. I'll have to look into this more, but I feel like the last time I saw him, I was like,
Robert Redford. Do you think did they call him that just because he looked leathery? Redford.
No, Redford's his last name.
I know. It was a joke.
Oh, okay. I was like, you might not. Robert Redford's an old actor. Some people don't know this guy.
I don't know who he is. I've heard of him. I couldn't tell you what he looks like. If he walked past me in public, I have no idea who that individual is.
I would say he was, he was one of the, like, I always put him in the category of like Paul Newman. He was like a fresh-faced,
the salsa guy,
blonde. The salsa guy. But back when he was on, I'm talking Cool Hand Luke days.
Fuck that movie. So stupid.
Oh my God! All right, just let's save it for our next verses. All right,
You like that movie?
it's one of my favorite movies, man.
How is that
Great.
one of your favorite movies? That is your favorite movie? The dude
I didn't
got
say favorite. I did not say favorite. Let's not embellish here.
one of my favorite movies. Okay.
When it comes to those movies of that genre and that era, yeah, that's a good one, man.
People complain that they can't make any new movies. There's no original ideas anymore. Well, yeah, when you're competing with, this guy just cut off fucking parking meter tops and went to jail and had to eat hard-boiled eggs. Wow. You're really competing.
Dude, look, I don't want to. Yeah, are you right about what you just said? Probably. All right. Yeah, that is what it's like he did cut off the top of parking meters, but it was his disdain for a system and his ability it's a character driven situation.
It's not.
And I always enjoyed the mentality behind his character. I don't know, but that's either way, you got the blonde, blue-eyed Paul Newman. That's Cool Hand Luke. Robert Redford was kind of of that same ilk, where he was this blonde, good-looking like Brad Pitt when he was younger, like actor that went did these certain types of roles or whatever. Robert Redford just aged terribly at a certain point. He still did good roles, and I think he was directing and stuff for a while, but Brad Pitt's kind of going that way too.
So you're kind of maybe like kind of in between that. You got Brad Pitt, you got Cool Hand Luke, so you're like Cold Foot Bob.
Cold Foot Bob. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's a title. I don't think that's gonna stick.
Yeah. What's the temperature of your feet right now?
It's fucking hot, man. It's 101 degrees over here.
Okay, so maybe you're warm. You're Humid Toe. Humid Toe Bobby.
I'll take that nickname all day. Here comes old Humid Toe Bobby.
Any given moment, if you're cold, and man, just accept this idea a little bit, but you go with me. Let Robert put his feet on you. He will be pretty humid in no time. Yeah. Oh, I think we're on to something. California's really changed you in so many different regards, Rob.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get humid toes over there in Wisconsin.
God, no.
Not gonna happen.
God, no. You get frostbitten giblets. So,
yep.
Doesn't work with my name.
That's why you should have gotten your vasectomy in December. Natural ice.
You're right. I could have, whenever I need to relieve the pain, I could have just teabagged my front yard.
Yeah, just go sit in a leather seat and you're like, go drive a leather seated car.
Yeah. Dang. Well, the timing wasn't great.
Those are words of wisdom for upper Midwesterners. Wait till the winter months to get your vasectomy.
Yeah, and don't jump.
Especially if you're gonna jump.
Anticipate the poke, because it really, it changes colors down there drastically, and it is a sight to see. Anyways, speaking of sights to sees, Vacationland from Door County Brewing. Vacationland is a great place. Door County is a great place. I love it there. Have I mentioned that? I'd like to go back. A delicious IPA indeed. If you're looking for your everyday IPA, this is a good IPA for you to introduce to your friend that's like, you know what, I want to try this craft beer thing. I have a beer story after this too, real quick. But anyways, this is good. Okay, I just thought of this. Wednesday, there's an opportunity for me, and we have to decide if I want to take it. Okay? From the hours of 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., the one and only Hulk Hogan is going to be at the local Walmart, slinging his, what's it called, Pure American Beer or All American Beer, whatever the fuck. He's got a beer coming out, and he will be there. Hulk Hogan will be there for real American beer for only an hour. Do I buy it? Do I try to meet him, get a picture, and then throw it on the Instagram and have people think I'm some sort of diehard Republican? they're wrong. But do you think this real American beer is good, or, and this is a joke, do you think it probably tastes like a little, I don't want to say it. It's a good joke.
Just say it.
You think it tastes
You
like
already messed up.
All right, so here's my joke.
Cut all this out, and I'll start again.
All American beer, right? Or real American beer. I'm assuming it's some sort of Pilsner or maybe like a lager. But I was wondering, and I kind of want to ask him this because of his politics, because of how he presents himself. He was just in Milwaukee not that long ago for a big old convention, and kind of made himself look like an idiot, in my opinion. Was he like aiming for like a little? Is it like Bud Light, just a little?
There you go.
Is that a good joke?
I think you need to go, and you need to get that picture, and you need to slide him right on the way out, right as you leave.
Yeah.
But then when you post a picture to the Dudes with Brews page, you got to do the hashtag Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And see if he starts a feud with us online, because if we can get another person to feud with us, I forget who the first one was, but I know that there was somebody.
Garth Brooks.
Joe Rogan.
He just blocked
Garth
us.
Brooks, even better. Like if we can get Garth Brooks to be feuding with us and Hulk Hogan to be feuding with us, I mean that's gotta get us somewhere, right?
Maybe. I'm gonna take that joke out, or at least censor it. I have to.
All right, you do what you gotta do.
I have to.
I wouldn't want to get canceled.
You're right. I wouldn't want to get canceled. But what will never get canceled is delicious beer from Door County Brewing Company. How was yours?
Nice. Mine was great. I'm not sure if it's me or whatever, but I have a little bit of a little acidity maybe in the throat. You ever get like a little acid reflux? So if that's something that affects you, maybe this isn't for you, but I was drinking cranberry juice earlier. Maybe that's part of it. I'm not sure.
Could be.
Anyway, this beer is just very refreshing. It's very good. The coconut flavor is not. I was surprised that it wasn't overpowering based on the review that I got from the guy that sold it to me. But it's not quite like a Mounds Bar in terms of the coconut flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But you can taste it in there, and it's good. And it's I think it's an all-around good beer. It's very refreshing and maybe a little bit bitter as time goes on.
Aren't we all? If that's not our metaphor for life, I don't know what is.
Right.
We have new designs. If you are a fan of New York baseball, there's one of their teams has a little similar, it just kind of looks like a thing that you might be, a logo you might be familiar
It
with.
has a little DNA.
Yeah, it just looks similar, but it's not. They're not the same images. Or if you're a fan of
the Brewer from Milwaukee shirt, looks great.
Yeah, the Brewer from Milwaukee shirts and stuff available. Hats are available now. You can get trucker hats. You can get like the canvas dad hats that Rob is wearing.
That's what they call them, dad hats, isn't it?
Yeah, and then yeah, it's pretty sweet. I'm happy they're getting in the hat game. I'm going to get some hats as well. So find us on Instagram. Click the link tree. Get some sweet merch. We got something for everybody. Like and subscribe, I guess. Give us a rating on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts. I'll send you a sticker. Send me your review. Give me an address. I'll send you a sticker for free. There we go. Sound like a sweet deal? So,
it does. We should have put that at the top of the show.
Probably. But if you made it, only the real ones make it to the end. Yep.
All right. Let's end it there.
God bless.